Hi, this is
Hello.
Archana Van Gils from AVG Architecture and Interiors. We are based out of Gurgaon, India. We are architectural studio and we specialize with residential and commercial architecture as well as interiors. So I'm glad to be a part of your initiative. We have named it a kinetic facade residence. How did we take this project? We were very reluctant to take a builder floor sort of project because that's been going on in Gurgaon it's mushrooming everywhere. You drive around and you'll see builder floors. And the only thing you're left with the front, which is called front elevation. We wanted to do something interesting. So my clients they were very kind and they are like friends. They agreed that, okay, if we want to explore something, we can go ahead and explore some different kind of material, but still it has to be within the budget. Okay, for the facade, we didn't want it to look like a typical balcony, 4-floor balcony building. So that let's give it a feel of, a house. But the most exciting part of this whole project has come out to be the kinetic facade that we have created. So we created pins which keep on moving in any angle. Every floor has cluster of pins which are staggered and it can move in different directions during the course of the day or even night. So what happens from outside, it creates different angles of pins, create different views for different floors every single day. You can change. And from inside, also, you get this aesthetics and also practical aspects of shadow and light effect through the jali, through the big brick jali fins. So from inside, you get to see different kind of shadows and light, and also it protects that side. The front is southwest, which gives a very harsh sun during summers. And Gurgaon summers, all of us are aware how harsh it could be. When the sunlight falls and when we change the angle of the fins, it also blocks and kind of creates a very nice screen to kind of give a cooling effect to the balconies and subsequently to the windows of the rooms which are next to the balcony. So our plot is 350 square yard. What we are seeing at the screen is the typical floor plan. So this is essentially consisting of 4 bedrooms, a living, dining, and an open kitchen. So now I'll take you to the stilt plan and the terrace plan quickly. Now what you see on your screen is the stilt floor plan. We have our car parking systems. We have some floor pattern that we had worked out. We have 4 servant rooms also on the stilt floor, so which will cater to each and every floor. There are 4 floors, individual floors, so the servant rooms are here. We have a sunken courtyard because we have a basement also, which will be utilized for future purpose. It's just a hall for now, but we wanted to give natural light. Now we'll go to the terrace. We created some kind of landscaping elements, some flooring, some seating, some pergolas. Now I'll take you to the elevation, which is the most interesting part in this project. So this is basic concept which we started with. As you can see, the lower 2 floors are staggered screen and the upper 2 floors are above each other, which have the similar kind of screen. Now, this looks like a block of bricks. Interesting elevation, but what is happening, we don't know yet. We went one step ahead and we created something like this, which I'm going to share with you on screen. So this is the openable pins, what you can see. Now, as we can see in this elevation, the pins are opening on kind of 45 degrees, all of them in the same direction. But here is an interesting part that it can open in any angle. Every fin can open with different angles. It can be rotated very easily, just like a ball bearing. And you get to see very different kind of, there is a visual interest also, as well as from inside, as well as from outside. So if I'm standing on the road and looking at the building, it still looks interesting. When I'm standing inside the balcony and looking outside, I have the option of creating it like for privacy for my balcony, and I can make it as a sit out. I can utilize it for any other purpose, as well as I have some part of the balcony which is open. So every floor gets the same thing. If you see it in a different way, just staggered pattern, and we get the same functionality. Now I'll take you to the views. This is my building. As you can see, these are the closed fins when we are looking at the building from below. Again, the dynamic facade comes in to picture in the next slide. So now the fins are opening in this. And as you can see, the angle of the fins are the southwest direction, where the sun will be shining mid-afternoon or something, which will create a very nice shadow and light impact. The materials are simple, as you can see. There is paint, there is steel, and brick cladding, and with some greenery and all. We try to make it a more, serene kind of features rather than just a very harsh, blocky building. We just wanted to create a little bit of human touch. So that's why we have added a lot of greens in the balcony. This is the living room interiors, which we were exploring. This is not yet finalized, but this is how we were trying to bring some brick element even inside. So this is the dining and kitchen. So the dining is just adjacent to the living room and it's all open. It goes in one floor. Kitchen is open. Again, the window and door, what you see is the only source of light, which is fetching the light towards dining and living. Now I'll take you to the terrace. That's also an interesting feature. So this is one corner of one of our pergolas or sit outs on the terrace, which is just made in simple miles MS kind of framing, and then we'll be having creepers which will eventually grow. With the flooring, we have tried to play around. It's not the natural grass. This is like a fog grass because it will be very difficult to maintain it later. So we tried to keep very simple elements so that easy to maintain, no hassles. So this is the bar on the side. So this also, there is a backing of the bar that you can see with the bamboo and some MS structure, so that it also blocks the view of your neighbor. The left side, what you see is pergola area, the sit out. And there is on the right side, when we come out, we also have a shaft, which we had to camouflage. I mean, you can look down. So we have created and camouflaged it and still kept some small sit out with interesting paving and interesting tiles and grass. We have tried to create a pattern so that when you are above, you are away from the concrete Gurgaon. That was our goal here.